More moves are coming for the Los Angeles Lakers following a blockbuster trade regarding Luka Doncic. Reports have dropped that more moves are on the horizon for Rob Pelinka. We're going to break down these reports and discuss what this means going forward as crazy things are happening. Big things are brewing. There is still a week left of the trade deadline, until the trade deadline, sorry. And we are now at a point where the LA Lakers are going to be making even more moves. So stay tuned for that. Before we get into it, folks, if you're a part of the percentage, you aren't subscribed to the channel, it's the place to be for daily Lakers content. We're going to be spamming videos for you all, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. Tons of news drops. We're going to keep you up to date. You obviously saw the videos yesterday, or I guess earlier this morning, depending on the time, because obviously the game videos are flying. Reports are dropping now that more moves are on the horizon. Now, we've been making videos about Day'Ron Sharpe. I had one yesterday about Miles Turner, all these different things. Reports are starting to come out now. They're starting to escalate. We have multiple different reports. I want to start with this one from Tim Bontemps, basically saying, I've never seen so many executives not involved in this trade stunned. I can concur on this. And then Brett Siegel comes out and says, I want to make it very clear that this is not coming from the Lakers or anyone involved with this blockbuster trade, but there's a lot of people around the league wondering what this means for LeBron James' immediate future. Could the Lakers look to trade LeBron too? Now, this video is not focused on trading LeBron, but that's a lot of things those are the type of conversations that are starting to be had now. And there's a bunch of different reports, right? We can see this here. So many questions being asked league-wide. What does this mean for LeBron? Luka is a transformative talent, all these different things. But this is the most recent report that is dropped from Tim Reynolds. Lakers are trying to make more moves after this. Stay tuned, from Tim Reynolds. Now, whether you want to believe that this is in the form of LeBron, we're going to be focusing less on LeBron trades and more on the fact that there are a lot of players available right now. We're seeing a ton of different reports fly surrounding, again, this is from Tim Bontemps, Tim Reynolds, a very, reliable guy. He is saying the Lakers are trying to make more moves. You also have other reporters coming out and saying that the Lakers are not done, that more moves are coming, and all these different things. And regarding more moves, there's a few different guys on the table. I think you push all your chips into the table at this point, and this is all assuming LeBron wants to stay. There is still some questions surrounding LeBron James and if he wants to stay with the Lakers and all these different things, but you push all of your chips to the table. There's no doubt about it. You push them to the table and you make another move. Now, whether that be Miles Turner, Walker Kessler, even Day'Ron Sharpe to a degree at this point is still a likely outcome here for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's at the point now where you have such an, in theory, super team, right? If you need defense and you desperately need a center, you traded your only center away in AD, at least only starting caliber center. So you need to make more moves now. You obviously have Christian Koloko. You obviously have, Jackson Hayes. You have now, Christian Wood has been out the entire year, but you don't have AD anymore, which, again, the defense is going to take a huge hit. But despite not having Anthony Davis, you need to make a center, or you need to make a trade for a center. Now, I think the Lakers are absolutely going to make a trade for a center. I don't think it's, a question at this point. It's more of who it is. And as the days, I'm sure later today, there'll be more videos tonight, today, in the afternoon, and, obviously it's the morning now. There's going to be more moves today. And as of the time of uploading this, of course, it's the morning. There's going to be more reports about whether it be Miles Turner. There's going to be reports about whether it be all these different guys. It could be LeBron still. There are conversations around the league talking about how LeBron could ask out of LA. Again, in case you missed it, I had a video yesterday. LeBron wanted out of, he didn't want out. AD kind of wanted out. Luka, there's some crazy things going on there. But LeBron was informed of this trade when he was at dinner. So there was no GM going on here. This all happened very late last night. And it's so crazy. But one of the big questions league-wide is, what does this mean for LeBron? Luka is a transformative talent, but short-term is already bottom third defensive team. Just got measurably worse. Acquiring Luka feels like the start of a pivot, not a move to make an immediate run, which I don't necessarily agree with. I think they could absolutely make an immediate run right now with the way that their team is constructed if you go out and get a center. Some fans, reporters are saying you throw your first Dalton Knecht for Walker Kessler, which is something that's a little bit crazy that could be happening. You throw your first round pick. Maybe you start to throw Dalton Knecht in trade talks now, because now, again, it's interesting because some fans are saying, your timeline now is, if you're trying to win this year, you need to get rid of some of your assets because LeBron's time is running out, LeBron and Luka. I think also, half of that is not true in the sense of, if you have Dalton Knecht and a bunch of young pieces, you can use a lot of those young pieces to build going forward. You have now a transformative talent in Luka Doncic who's going to be on your team, hopefully past 2026 and into the future. So you use that. And when you're talking about Miles Turner, if you can make a trade for Miles Turner and build around him, he's averaging 15 a game. Again, we've had multiple videos on Miles Turner. You now make all the calls in the world to make yourself a better team. Now, clearly they have something else on the horizon surrounding whether it be Miles Turner, whether it be whoever, right? They need a center. There's no doubt about that. I mean, without a center at this point, this team, I don't know who they're even going to be starting at center right now, unless they're playing complete small ball. We've heard Day'Ron Sharpe's name thrown around, and obviously Walker Kessler's name, but something that's very interesting. So Maxi Kleber was acquired in this deal. He signed a 3-year, $33 million contract, right? A couple years ago. So he is injured and probably out for the season, meaning he's $11 million in tradable salary. Him and Wood can be moved for a piece, but we need many things. The Mavericks, again, this was back on a couple days ago, announced today that they Maxi Kleber underwent foot surgery. Further medical updates will be provided as appropriate, right? And what this essentially means is, I mean, you now have, and they got this back in the trade, in theory, dead salary, but you compare this to Christian Wood. You still have Dalton Knecht. Rui Hachimura is a guy as well who, I mean, if they're trying to win now, I mean, the plan for the Lakers, I think it's a mix of a pivot and also not only a pivot, but just a complete, overhaul of what their future looks like. And we also have Dave McMenamin coming out on ESPN right after the trade a little bit ago here and saying, the Lakers think they can still win, and they have until Thursday to get a big. And guess what? They still have that first-round pick they can use for a center, says David McMenamin. So that is a brand new report that just dropped from ESPN's David McMenamin. He came out and basically said that the Lakers can still go ahead and make a move with that first-round pick to get a center. So it seems like their plan right now is not to tank on the season or, completely retool. I mean, it is a huge retool. But I do think they're going to try to make an immediate run now. Rob Pelinka isn't striking me as a guy who's going to go out and not try to go for it. They can use that first round pick. They only gave up one first in the Luka Doncic trade, right? And that was obviously the AD. And alongside AD, sorry. And now you use that other pick, you get a starting caliber center because you weren't pulling off this Luka Doncic trade without it being, Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis is 31 years old. Luka Doncic is 25. I mean, I still think it was a finesse. And whether or not LeBron gets traded is still up in the air. But give me a Miles Turner or Walker Kessler center, then this team can really roll. I mean, you're talking about Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Walker Kessler, all these different guys. It's crazy. The situation doesn't get any less crazy, quite frankly. More moves are coming for this Los Angeles Lakers team. I mean, does LeBron request a trade? That's still a possibility. We're going to have more videos covering that. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, more moves are coming. Things are getting crazy. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens as the days go on here. And they need to go all in for Miles Turner. They need to go all in for Walker Kessler. They need a center, and other teams know that and are going to charge a premium. But you use that 2031 first-round pick and go out and get a center. But let me know down below what your thoughts are on this. I mean, again, craziest deal of NBA history. Things are ridiculous. We get to watch Luka Doncic be a Los Angeles Laker. The vibes are going to be weird. Everything is going to be crazy. February 25th, mark your calendars, Mavericks versus Lakers. But ladies and gentlemen, that'll wrap it up. Let me know down below what your thoughts are. Thank you guys for watching. See you later.